Of course, all organizations and businesses in Saskatoon have been dealing with challenges in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Saskatoon Farmers Market had some challenges to overcome even before the global pandemic hit. Happy to be joined by Erica Queering, who's going to tell us a little bit about that, as well as how they have adapted their business in a very creative way. Erica, thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Thanks, Simon, for inviting me.
Great to have you here. Erica, before we get into the whole pandemic of it all, talk a little bit about what's up with the Saskatoon Farmers Market. As I'm sure everyone watching knows, you moved out of the long-term location down at River Landing area and now have a new location. Talk about just how that happened and how that shift has gone.
Well, after I guess 12 years of tenancy at River Landing, it was apparent that the diverging interests of the farmers market and the city wouldn't allow continuation of the Saskatoon Farmers Market at that location. So we spent quite a bit of time looking at about 80 properties around Saskatoon, evaluating their potential for an appropriate space, adequate outdoor space and indoor space, and necessary parking. Um, and we ultimately settled on a site up close to the airport on Coyle Avenue. That building was the portion that we're in was built in 1971, and we think it was an RCAF training facility and maybe a mess hall. And now we've got a large open space and a farmer's market set up indoors. We were looking forward to a bustling outdoor market starting actually May 2nd. We were observing really good, I guess, really good markets all the way through January, February, March. Um, and so that was a pleasant surprise, I guess. We were anticipating a bit of a downturn. And then with the pandemic, the approach of the pandemic, the weekend of the 14th and 15th was the last weekend that we had a live market, a traditional market.
Definitely, it's something that evolved very quickly as we progressed into the pandemic, and so you had to adjust the way you were doing business and switch to more of the online presence. Can you talk a little bit about that process?
We kind of talked through a little bit what an online store would look like and what platform we would use and different things like that might work or might not work over the preceding year. And so that Tuesday we just made it live. That Wednesday we loaded product. We went from, I guess, from 0 to 60. That as far as the decision making, that Tuesday, Wednesday we loaded all of the product, and Thursday we opened the store to shopping, and then fulfilled about 135 orders that Saturday. So that was our first week. This past weekend we had 424 orders, and yeah, and so we're anticipating that it's going to get a little bit wild and woolly with the numbers because it just seems to be going up and up. And as more vegetable vendors have product, and as bedding plants are becoming available this week on the store, we have bedding plants and flowers and more vegetables every week.
And you have the option where people can get it delivered, as you mentioned. People can also come and pick it up, and obviously, once again, safety being paramount, you have all those concerns as well. So there's a couple of different ways that folks can access orders if they do want to order from the farmers market.
Yeah, yeah, we will do deliveries, and deliveries are free on orders over $100 or $6 on deliveries under $100, obviously, and we'll deliver anywhere within Saskatoon. This week we're extending our pickup time a little bit, and we're going to have 2 lineups, so we're scaling up and kind of learning as we go. Um, it's definitely been an interesting experience. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Different way of operating a farmer's market
Yeah.
for sure. But as you mentioned, I mean, with the warmer weather we're
Mhm.
experiencing, those fresh veggies coming in, as everyone
Mhm.
knows, there's nothing better than that fresh produce grown
Mhm.
locally, of course, supporting the local economy. If
Mhm.
people want to put in an order, and I'm happy to hear that you're getting lots of orders, but how can folks get more information and put those orders in?
Well, they can go directly to the store, Saskatoon Farmers Market .square.site, and so it's just that easy. And or they can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, where we get updates as throughout the week, as we load product, and as how to's with how to navigate the store a little bit. We also have a mailing list that customers can subscribe to if they're interested.
That's fantastic. Well, so great to see the way you folks have adapted in a myriad of ways in challenging times for the Saskatoon Farmers Market. Wish you continued success, and I hopefully it's not too long before we can all be back and shopping in person once again. Thanks very much for chatting
Definitely.
with us today, Erica.
Thank you, Simon, very much.